Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. USA Track and Field Championships, of course, were consumed. The men's 100 meters, it went down before the women's 100 meters, and yeah, man, they laid down the gauntlet. Well, actually, Kenny Benerick was kind of signaling to the Jamaicans that, hey, American are done, we're just a come. So let's dive into the men's 100 meters. As usual, I'm going to start from the semifinal because I really think it indicated how the finals would go. And like again, I'm gonna pop my color again because una sleep on me too much. If you listen to me throughout this entire championships and my view on the athletes, and mind you, I'm not gonna tell you some I follow Team Mars McCullum and some of these athletes the whole season. Yes, I follow, collegiate action, but for the most part, I'm watching the Jamaicans. You know what I mean? But just, the short few days of, keeping my eye on him, I kind of got his mindset down and I was very impressed by his semifinal run. But telling the same my gamer, he is a gamer and he turned up trackies and he ran a 9.99 seconds, taking down a Trayvon Bromell. That was a new personal best for him. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be about times all the time. It's a person that's going to be ready mentally to turn up and execute. And he proved that for me in the semifinal round that I wasn't wrong in saying that he's a gamer. Watch out for T. Mars McCullum. Not going to lie, I still thought that, Trayvon Bromell would still be in the conversation in that, race actually winning. But look here, Team Mars McCullum had something else in store. And then also the young Maurice Gleaton trackies. I was like, okay. Look here, this young man, a new personal best again, 10.05 seconds for third, qualifying to the finals. I was like, all right, he's on one. I love it. And guess who didn't make it into the finals? With all that yapping and all that chatting, though I did have him making it, to be fair, given what he was doing, but he didn't make it. That's his Jordan Anthony. He had all those talks about what he's going to do against everybody. Listen, you can talk all you want. You have to show up. You have to show up and do it and not just chat. And that's the thing with Noah Lyles. He talks a lot, but guess what? He turns up and he gets it done. If you're gonna follow the Noah Lyles, playbook and just be running your mouth and have all these things to say about, how you're gonna destroy everybody else and they don't factor, then yeah, man, put up. You have to put up. And yeah, he didn't have it, so he didn't make it into the finals. Courtney Lindsay also said he was one of those athletes that would get on the top three. He won his semifinal, so no surprise there. I suppose, for me, it was Brandon Hickley not making it in the finals. That was a surprise. Lawrence Johnson, an athlete that I wasn't even featuring, right? I'm not even sure I know who Lawrence Johnson is, right? He made it into the finals. And then we had Kenny Benerick, winning. I thought that would be the case. Christian Coleman over Ronnie Baker, like I said, for the semifinal. That's literally what happened. So great going in this race. And also the youngster Marcellus Moore made it in as well out of that semifinal. So yeah, it was showtime. And yeah, man, Kenny Benerick, 9.79 seconds. Fantastic run. He's one of those athletes that are textbook sprinters, in my opinion, right? No wasted movement. And yeah, ran a really fast time. Don't get me wrong, the wind, positive 1.8 meters per second. Yeah, that was a hefty wind behind him. Absolutely perfect conditions. And yeah, man, he got a fantastic time out of it. So massive congratulations to Kenny Benerick. Fantastic run, fantastic win. 9.79 seconds, making him the second fastest athlete in the world. So kind of breaking up the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans had the top three positions. We're talking about Kishane Thompson and then also Brian Lavelle and then Oblique Seville. Not so anymore. An American always have to get into the mix. When it comes to the sprints, Jamaica and USA, well, American always have to nudge themselves right into the mix. But it's all right. We're going to boot you by the time we get to World Championships. That being said, though, fantastic race by Kenny Benerick. I really, really enjoyed it. Courtney Lindsay, I thought he would be, on the team. So 1-2 for this club. Also a new personal best, 9.82 seconds. I was like, whoa. The times really came through, because if we were going by, what we were seeing, especially I would say in the semifinal, it wasn't really given that we would get fast times. You know what I mean? But guess what? The conditions were perfect. As I said, 1.8 meters per second wind. When else to run fast, if not now, right? So great going from a Courtney Lindsay. And then guess who came in for third? T. Mars McCullum. When me tell us that the young man is a gamer, the young man is a gamer. Let me tell you something. The man gets out of the blocks. He stumbles. And I'm like, okay, he took himself out of the race because by then Kenny Beneri, Courtney Lindsay, Christian Coleman, even Trevor Brumell, they're all, passing him. And I'm like, crap, what a time to have the worst execution. And this man was like, I am not giving up. And I literally felt chills, watching him execute because he clawed himself back into the race. And his form is breaking and he's all over the place. And he's like, I'm getting it, trackies. And wow, new personal best, 9.83 seconds, beating out a Trayvon Brumell that ran 9.84. It was that close, trackies. And Christian Coleman was right behind them with a 9.86 seconds season's best run. So wow, wow, wow. Think about it, from second to fifth, crazy performances. So 9.82, 9.83, 9.84, 9.86. It was that close, trackies. And then Maurice Glinton, the 18-year-old, the one that was facing off against Christian Coleman. Listen, there's too much negative energy going around with Christian Coleman and that situation right now. But anyway, Maurice Glinton runs a 9.92 seconds new personal best for him. Ronnie Baker, oh my gosh, when I tell you, this man, well, it was a season's best. I can't complain. 9.92 as well. Separated by the thousands with Maurice Glinton. So I guess I shouldn't complain. But I'm just saying that I would love for a man of his caliber to be able to turn up into finals and actually execute and not look like he bombs. A lot of times it feels to me like he bombs in finals, right? He'll run a good heat, he'll run a good semi, and then in the finals I don't know, he's disappeared, right? But yeah, overall, I think this is a really strong race, or was a really strong race from Team America. Kenny Benerick, as I said, takes the win. The rest of the guys behind them pretty close. As I did indicate, I was most impressed with Team Mars McCullum. Didn't think he would go this fast, but hey, when you have the championship mindset, then you turn up and you get it done, and he gets on the team. So again, when you think about prior to or at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships, where it was reported that he didn't get on, the actual podium, meaning 1, 2, 3, right, and then to come here and make the USA team. I'm sure he's having the season of his life, right? So anyway, trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Men's 100 meters, I thought it was absolutely exciting. I thought it, lived up to expectation given what we saw in the semifinals, right? Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.